Gandhiji had given the Quit India call. It was in the year 1942, and Rajaji alone dissented with him. The Quit India resolution was passed by the Congress Working Committee at Wardha in the second week of July 1942. Following this, Rajaji resigned his membership of the Madras Legislative Assembly as also of the Indian National Congress. Rajaji came to Bombay to propagate his views. And why he was differing with Gandhiji? He was scheduled to address a meeting on August 5 at Napier Hall, Matunga. The buoyant spirit of nationalism and the clarion call to action had electrified the atmosphere. Therefore, a near stampede was there at Napier Hall, a defiant crowd out to stifle the voice of the great dissenter. Escorted by the sponsors of the meeting, Rajaji walked into the hall, tall, frail, and donning his dark spectacles. Even as he entered the gates of the hall, he was greeted with catcalls and boos. With stoic calm, he surveyed the scene and proceeded to the dais with slow, steady steps. The hour was nearing 8:30 p.m. A youth suddenly hurled at him with unerring aim a tar-filled paper ball. The missile hit Rajaji's forehead with a thud. His face was besmeared with tar, and as it came streaming down slowly, his spectacles and spotless white khadi garments were also tarnished. It all happened with dramatic speed. Simultaneously, there were full-throated slogans of Rajaji go back, Rajaji Murdabad, and Quit India Zindabad. But Rajaji did not go back. He went forward even without wiping the dripping tar from his face. Pandemonium was let loose. Slogan shouting continued unabated. There were suggestions to disband the meeting, but Rajaji kept standing before the mic with utter unconcern, totally unperturbed. After about half an hour, the shouting subsided, perhaps by sheer exhaustion of the chanters. Then, slowly, in measured tones, Rajaji began his speech. I quote, "Friends, let me first of all congratulate the young man who threw tar at me with such perfect aim. He disagrees with me. Endowed with courage of conviction, he naturally wanted to give expression to it. Today, India sorely needs many such bold young men with grit and determination. Only then can we successfully beat back the imminent Japanese invasion and win and retain freedom." Unquote. There was a welcome change in the mood of the audience. He was listened to with rapt attention. The vociferous opposition dissolved into thin air. The many adversaries at the meeting instantaneously turned into his admirers.